I wanted everyone to be E-verified. I wanted the 32 hours a week. I wanted the felonies. I want to talk just a little bit, and I do like the Attorney General getting involved. I think that's a great thing, because I think people are afraid of Attorney Generals. I know a lot of people are, and I think that's a good thing to get the Attorney General, and we have a great new Attorney General in the state of Georgia. One of the things I want to talk about is these two amendments. Now, I've been called out there in the hall, vote against this, vote against this. Let me tell y'all something. I'm voting for 1A by our majority leader. I'm voting for that one. But let me tell you what I'm most surprised about. My friends across the aisle, the Democrats, I have worked with them on numerous issues because I do most of the social issues for the Republican Party here in the Senate. And I am so surprised on this Amendment 1B. I ask you to vote against it. And the reason I ask you to vote against it, let me just read you this little laundry list. Now, I told you I'm not an attorney, but I am so surprised. Listen to this. Spousal abuse. I have worked with you guys so much on domestic violence. It's incredible, my whole career. Child endangerment, DUI convictions, drug possession, theft, shoplifting, battery. The first two offenses are misdemeanor. Family violence. The first act is a misdemeanor. Simple assault, stalking, criminal trespass. So what we're saying with this amendment, that yes, that person is arrested for those crimes that I just read off to you, shoplifting, drug possession, child endangerment, spousal abuse. But let me tell you, that person goes to jail, they serve that term, they're here illegally, they never ever get checked. They go right back into the community. And that's why I am so surprised that the Democrats come up with this amendment when all of these key issues that we've worked on, domestic violence, spousal abuse, and you're willing to put somebody in jail, but oh no, we're not going to check their papers. But if you're in Gwinnett County and if you're under Sheriff Butch Conway, your papers are going to be checked. And you're going to be shipped back to where you came from with the federal program. So I encourage you, please, if you have worked on these issues with me, please consider what you're doing. Because the person who abuses that wife serves their time and goes back into the community. We all know what happens when you abuse the wife the second and the third and the fourth time. They usually end up murdered. They usually end up doing it in front of their children. It's a travesty. I ask you not to do that. I just want to close out, and if you'll please give me just another minute, I want to close out from a press release that was written by the Arizona State Senate. And it's a State Senator Russell Pierce, President of the Senate in Arizona. And this letter, this press release, is an endorsement of us making changes. Unfortunately, the federal government won't step up to the plate. The states are having to do it. We regret we have to do it. It pits us against you. We don't want to do it, but we're forced to do it. I'm forced to do it because my constituents are complaining to me every single day. I'm going to respond to my constituents. This letter says, I'm just going to read one paragraph. It's a long one. It's a press release. There are great savings to taxpayers here in Arizona from Senate Bill 1070, such as over $400 million in K through 12. For the first time in state history, we have a declining prison population from a historical growth of 70 to 140 inmates per month in growth. Arizona's violent crime rate has dropped over 3 times that of the national average. Media reports indicate 100,000 illegal aliens have left the state since Senate Bill 1070 went into effect. Arizona's state motto of attrition by enforcement works. Jobs for Americans, lower crime rates, reduced costs to taxpayers, and a respect for the rule of law will be noted in Georgia soon after the law goes into effect. So I ask you, did Arizona want to do it? No. Does Georgia want to do it? No. But we're forced to do it because the federal government won't do it. So I ask you to please vote for this bill. Mr. President, I will answer any questions if there are any.
A couple questions. Senator from the 26th is recognized for a question.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator Yield.
Yes, I will.
Senator, do you have an estimate of how many people would be presently in Gwinnett County who would be affected by this legislation?
How many people would be affected?
In Gwinnett County.
I don't know, but I'm sure the sheriff of Gwinnett County could answer that question. I do not know.
Senator, further yield.
Yes.
Senator, do you have any estimate of how many people would not use the hospital services in Gwinnett County if this legislation is passed?
No, I don't know, but I can tell you that I do have a lot of experience with emergency rooms. I've worked as an emergency room nurse. I have spent a lot of time in them. I know that what my citizens, my constituents are telling me is accurate. I've been involved in the health care delivery system for a number of years, and I know that it is true.
Senator, further yield.
Yes.
Would this bill prohibit the hospital from providing services to any person who showed up for those services?
No, it would not. Any person who shows up to the hospital door has to be taken care of, and that's why I think my constituents are so angry, is because we have to take care of these people. They're footing the bill. They're footing the bill every day. The state of Georgia's footing the bill, and we don't have enough money. We don't have enough money right now. Everybody's going broke, and I think that's why we've come to a boiling point right here, because there is no money to take care of legal people or illegal people, but especially the illegals that don't belong here. Mr. President, I'll yield the well. Thank you.